Hey everyone, my name is Peter. Welcome to Winning in Vietnam. I'm a Vietnamese American who's been living in Vietnam since 2013. Since moving here, a lot of my friends have asked me what life is like here. And a lot of my friends in Vietnam too often wonder why I chose to stay in Vietnam for so long. For the long answer, I decided to start this blog. So let's talk Vietnamese food. Vietnamese food is amazing. Anthony Bourdain and Barack Obama both agree. Of course you have your phos and you have your banh mi's, but there's so much more to Vietnamese food than that. There's so many different kinds of rice dishes, for example, and soups, sure. Seafood where I'm at in Vũng Tàu is a specialty here, just like bánh xèo and bánh khọt. Right? There's so many things to choose from, not even including all of the fruit that's here. So it's safe to say, I love Vietnamese food. Right? Back in 2009, I moved out to Ohio to work for Oberlin College. And when I was there, they didn't really have a large Vietnamese population. So me and my friends would have to drive an hour just to get banh mi or pho. And every single time we went, we always thought it was worth it. So when I moved to Vietnam, I was kind of surprised to find out that most Vietnamese people, or many Vietnamese people, don't really like pho the same way that we like pho in the US. But anyway, after being here for 3 years, even though Vietnamese food is amazing, it can get a little old. I really do miss the different choices that we kind of had in the US, especially the cheap choices. In Vietnam, your everyday lunch is usually between rice or soup. But if you're craving something new or different, then you really only have two options. One, you can go out and pay for it, and usually it's more expensive, probably 4 or 5 times more expensive, honestly. Or two, you can try to cook it yourself. Me, I usually try cooking, so most of the time I just go to the supermarket because the outdoor market can get really hot, and two, I'm not really a fan of bargaining. But every now and then I do go to the market. And so me and my girlfriend, we moved to a new house a few months ago, and across the street is an outdoor market. So last week we finally decided to check it out.
We're working on the outdoor market.
Yeah, I guess so. We're trying to buy food.
Yeah.
And going to the market is always an adventure for me. I'm kind of overwhelmed by all of the different stalls and the different foods that are there. And I always seem to find new things that I don't really recognize. And last time was no exception. My girlfriend ended up finding this thing called Nguyening. And from what I understand, Nguyening is this little white ball that grows inside of a mature coconut. It's kind of soft, it's a little sweet, but has a really light flavor, and overall it was pretty interesting to eat. I'd never seen it before, and I had no idea that thing would grow inside of a coconut, so that was really cool. So on the way back from the market, we end up finding a Thai restaurant. So I know I said there's usually 2 things you can do. One is pay extra money for the food, and 2, you can cook it. I guess the third option is, if you're lucky enough, maybe you'll stumble across a place that sells something a little different at a pretty cheap price. So in Vũng Tàu, there's one other Thai restaurant that I know, and it's by the beach, and it's pretty expensive. One plate of food is about 150,000 Vietnam dong. At this place that we went to, it's only about 30 to 35. And to put that in perspective, most Vietnamese food is around 15 for the cheap stuff and 20, 25 for your average price things. Every now and then you'll pay 30 for a rice dish too, which is pretty normal. So 30 to 35 was definitely reasonable. And I would say the food there was pretty good, even though they only have 4 different kinds of dishes. It's definitely going to be added to my list of places to go when I'm craving something a little different.
Awesome. Super happy now.
Show me your happy dance.
Cool. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and share and comment and all those sorts of things if you want to know more about my life in Vietnam. Once again, I'm Peter from Winning in Vietnam. Thanks for watching.